Well, hello again. This is French with another edition to help you understand the wonderful power of the Kinesis monetary system and to basically give you an overview of my channel to begin with. Being it a multi platform channel, as in e commerce like eBay or Amazon, but not necessarily focusing on any one particular platform. The idea is that every person who comes into my channel get value, and all of it has to do with technology, privacy protection, um, blockchain education, money education to begin with, to make sure that every person get value. So you may not be interested in platform A, but platform B may be exactly what you are looking for. For example, I have in my channel my newest acquisition called 3E Technology, a platform that allows you to basically take control over the privacy of the digital data that you're providing free of charge to companies such as Facebook, Instagram, and the like. I have several videos that give you a breakdown on the subject, but I will personally myself giving you my personal take on it and why it's important. In some ways, as I continue to do video on multiple platforms, everyone is susceptible to data mal, mal usage or misapplication or misusage of data by providing too much information of your data to platforms that are monetizing you, and now you can take control, get back control of your data. So even though this has nothing to do with Kinesis, but this also has everything to do with my channel as a money channel. As you're getting involved into cryptocurrency, and so data protection uh, is extremely important. Security is important. So today, as we spoke, we just reached 800 subscribers. My goal is to be at 1,000 by the end of the year. And I think with your help, if you share and subscribe to the channel, not just consume the content, but subscribe to the channel and then share the video with others and encourage them, the top 10 most active commenters with relevant, encouraging, uplifting comments will be chosen by the end of the year to receive 1 KAU and 1 KAG in the Kinesis monetary platform. To do that, you have to be registered with me in Kinesis and get in touch with me to do that. At 800 subscribers, by the end of the year to be at 1,000. Actually, that's a very low estimate because the channel is less than 4 months old, already at 800 users. So a goal of 1,000 is really that can triple or quadruple. I'm just setting the expectation low, so that way, because there is an incentive that I'm giving. The 10, top 10 most active, positive contributors to the channel will get 1 KAU and 1 KAG. This is something that I'm actually announcing live that I have not really thought of. But as I was taking a shower, I'm like, I need to do something to encourage to give back to the community. So 1 KAU, I need to write it down. 1 KAG for the um, top 10 commenters of positive content that inspire, uplift other people. So as people come into the channel, they get the vibe of a positive energy. So if you're the negative type, this is not for you. If you're the type who come in to basically promote other things, this is not for you. Don't come in with a flattery comment and then at the end you're basically providing uh, advertisement for something else. Those comments will be removed so nobody will see them, so don't waste your time. Uh, let it be relevant to the video and positive energy so that we others can benefit from the uplifting nature of this channel. So let's begin with why this video is important, the focus on kinesis.
The Kinesis Money Platform, a simple to use, multi purpose interface for buying, selling, sending, spending, and storing your precious metals, all the while rewarding you every step of the way. Buying gold and silver has never been easier. With some of the lowest cost on earth, you can now purchase precious metals in just a few clicks. The precious metals you purchase are one-to-one allocated with real physical bullion in vaults under your name, fully audited by third-party auditors with zero storage fees. Kinesis allows you to easily send or receive physical digital bullion globally in seconds, night or day, to friends, family, or colleagues, anytime, with no conversion rates or FX fees. Simply add the amount and the recipient's details, and within a few clicks, you can send or receive digital physical bullion anywhere in the world. You can spend your gold and silver with our new Kinesis Visa card, giving you access to your precious metals anytime with our easy to use top up function. Simply add funds to your card and start spending. Our new and improved dashboard makes it simple to navigate, access your accounts, and make withdrawals. And best of all, you can benefit from monthly returns paid in gold and silver for life. With our bespoke technology that rewards all of our users with our unique yield system, sharing the wealth with all of our customers in gold and silver.
Okay, so right after this video, I queued for you a 25-minute educational video that gives you an overview of the Kinesis monetary system. By doing so, you'll have it's an 11-part video. Instead of watching the videos one by one, so I combine all of them into one for your edification, so that way you can get an easy understanding of the platform. Also, many of you, if you're as independent as I am, you like to do things your way. That's great because that's actually less time for me and less babysitting that I have to do of other people. However, the Kinesis platform is not your typical platform, and it does require a level of motivation for you to take the time to properly understand the ecosystem. To do so, the Kinesis blueprint is a 53 pages document that you are required to spend time to understand the nature of it and understand the ecosystem in general. Pretty much every question you can ask me is in the blueprint. So the only reason why you would need my help other than to process the information, because you could be reading about something and don't get it, and all of a sudden, in conversation with someone, you get it. An example, in my other platform, I was setting up my own master node and I wrote down my password and everything. And I forgot to title it, and I was just going through a mind freeze. So I called someone else who have, uh, you could say, paid someone else to do her KYC and to do the master node for her, just so that I can have someone to process information with. In the process of talking to her, then it clicked. I could have wasted time in agonizing about where I put the password, and every day I waited was money that I was losing because I did not set up my account right away. So calling her and talking for a few minutes helped to take my mind off something else, and thus giving me a clear head to see what I was doing. And then voila, I found what I was looking for, and I was able to set up my account. So having said that, you can do this by yourself, but I wouldn't encourage it because it just takes a lot longer for you to process. If you have no interest in finance, however, understanding the ecosystem, this could be very dry. If you're interested in money, finance, all that stuff, this is actually great because you can walk through the Kinesis roadmap, find out how they started, the blueprint. This is not like a platform like Carrot Bars or KBC. You know, Kinesis is what Carrot Bars wish they could have become, but didn't have the roadmap, the platform, because they start out with a gold company who dabble into crypto and then stumble and struggle over two plus years, and now this platform is broken down in multiple parts. If Kinesis, however, is a platform that sets on understanding the crypto, fiat, and precious metal market, And so they have a plan to break down the and management in place with strong experience in the precious metal industry, rooted in institutional investing, and with an executive team with experience in blockchain exchanges. And so they are what Coward Bars could have been, wish they could have implemented if they come up, if they started to begin with a gold company and integrated crypto and fiat at the same time. Then there would be no need for me to search for other alternatives if that was the case. So this is not KBC. This is not Carrot Bars. It shouldn't even be on the same platform to begin with because it's like, anyways, I've already mentioned Kinesis is a much more superior platform, professional, well done, and well documented. Having said that, I'm happen to be on both platforms and monetizing and basically strategizing and how to do that strategizing. Already mastered how to do both, and to see people who've been struggling through the other platform due to mismanagement or uh, lack of roadmap, lack of structure, can come in here and have a place they can pack. They can have an issue-free system platform based on fiat, gold, and silver. So here we understand the market that Kinesis is trying to solve. We understand the cryptocurrency problem Kinesis is trying to solve. All that is clearly laid out, very professionally done, and very proud to represent something that I could go to bed at night and thinking that I bring someone into this platform, knowing, of course, that they're not going to have any issues. I'm not going to get phone calls saying, I can't do my KYC, I can't do any of that. My accounts are locked up in this exchange and that exchange. None of that nonsense. So, having said that, in the fiat currency that the platform tried to resolve. So, all that you need to do the reading yourself by understanding the blueprint. Once you understand the blueprint, then it's good to have somebody to talk through the blueprint with. And this is where I come in. You register your Kinesis account with me through my through my okay. I have all right. Not that. Okay, so you register your account with me anyway. So it's the same idea, and then okay, register your account with me immediately. This is a video, the 25-minute video that you need to watch multiple times because it does help you understand each yield system in a very short video format. And I'm available by Zoom from 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time until 8 p.m. because I don't want my life to be run business all the time. So, and then you have the audit. The company is audited twice a year, and the blueprint is a 53 pages document. And then the roadmap, you understand that, which is a video that tells you what's going to happen toward the end of the year. And again, this is a video about the academy. I have it listed twice just to make sure that if you miss it here, I'm getting you here. And then again, set up your account. If you miss it here in step one, I'm getting it. I'm getting you here again. And then the mentoring program to learn about mentoring. Mentoring is something that you're going to want to do that you learn about minting. And then you learn also about the Kinesis KVT, the total supplies, the KAU and KAG gold and silver blockchain explorer, and of course, more importantly, how to get in touch with me if and when you have any questions. So instead of trying to go at it by yourself, you can get my help in understanding the ecosystem. So today, now that we have already talked about the Kinesis roadmap and everything. So I'm going to open another uh, video that I put up yesterday to give you again uh, more information about the debit card. Again, this is a repeat, repeat, repeat. The importance of repetition is for you to understand why it's important. So again, this is the video that I want you to watch, which is episode 1 of the same title, keeping it consistent with only episode 1, 2, 3, and multiple video that I plan on to breaching out. So you're going to spend time watching this video. It's a 3 or 4 video combined into one to save you again time and understanding our ecosystem. So, having said that, let me. Okay, all right. So, I do hope that I can help you understand. Now, why Kinesis? Kinesis has by far the best prices on gold and silver that you will find anywhere. I don't even have to mention name. No matter where you get gold, you're going to realize that Kinesis is the best place to find it. Not only that you register an account for free at no cost, we provide gold, silver, fiat, and crypto, except that you don't buy crypto into our platform. That's the only thing that I hope they have. So I wouldn't necessarily need Coinbase to buy uh, crypto. And now that also PayPal has access to, where you can buy through PayPal. Anyway, but that's not the point. If they have that, and I'm sure uh, uh, so I'm going to bring it up to management to make that a reality. If that happens, if you can actually buy gold or buy crypto into Kinesis, that would make it their ultimate. So as opposed to buying crypto and bring it to the platform, I think that's the only thing missing. And anyways, so these are the reason why to have gold and silver. So I'm not going to go into so much on that, except that gold and silver are biblical money. And to prove so, I created a document to help you understand the nature of. Uh, oh, that's not the one. That's not the one. Okay, so part 1. That's not the one, even though that's a good one. Okay, so the biblical money. Let's see. Okay, part 1. Okay, in the Bible, Money Bible, part 1, I outlined multiple topics related to money in the Bible. There's no opinion on this. This is 100% scripture. I don't like reading through somebody else's processed down, watered down information. I like to get the raw content and add my emotion to it if it's necessary. Because at the end of the day, I want no matter what time I look at this, I want no matter what day or when in the future I look at it, the information is going to be consistent. So in it, I also provided gold as the ultimate money from page 21 to 60 and silver from 69 to 93. So 21 to 60. Let's take a look at page 21. Okay, everything you wanted to know. This is not by far all of the scriptures on gold, but pretty much just about some 300 plus scriptures that talks about gold in the Bible as biblical money, from Genesis to Revelation. The first mention of it, gold was mentioned as a wealth instrument, and then from that point on, every time gold is all referenced as a wealth instrument. In some cases, it is referenced as putting too much emphasis on it. In some cases, it's mentioned as idolizing it, or in some cases, it's mentioned as don't put your confidence in gold, rather put your confidence in the one who gives you the ability to acquire gold in the first place. Because knowledge versus gold, if you have a choice between the two, you can acquire gold and lose it. But knowledge, in this case, wisdom, not knowledge, wisdom, biblical wisdom, that allows you to discern is more important than gold and silver. And the relationship with the one who gives you the ability is even more important than gold and silver. Although gold and silver are listed as money or currency biblically, but in the end, the grand scheme of things, it's not the gold or silver that you need to analyze. It's the one who gives you the ability, the resources to acquire gold and silver, to provide you with the health so you can earn. So the greater emphasis is not on the precious metals, gold or silver, is the one who gives you the ability to acquire it in the first place. Although not negating the importance of gold and silver as a wealth instrument. Very important. So that's how I spent my time in understanding money from a biblical perspective. And I have yet to really allocate an entire playlist on the subject without talking about making money, but understanding the Bible, understanding money from the biblical perspective. Because there are a lot of people, you're not going to get understanding of money in the church. The church knows only one thing: how to get more of it from you, but they're not going to teach you how to how to understand money from a biblical perspective. That doesn't have anything to do with give me, or tithing, or donate or give more. I wish that your typical pastor or congregation would focus more on understanding money from the biblical perspective rather than, you know, asking you to tithe, asking you to contribute more, to give more of your offering, especially this time. My understanding was understanding money from a biblical perspective, because once I understand, you don't have to motivate me. I will be willing to give because now I understand the nature of giving. Now I understand the relationship I have with money. Understanding the proper relationship with money, then the money is not really what motivates me anymore. It's about the education, because I have ways to create money without depending on other people. Okay, in this case, Kinesis is a monetary system that allows me to do so, and other platforms that gives me the ability to earn without depending on other people. So now that that is the case, I don't wake up in the morning and forcing and thinking about money, because now I have an understanding of it. Okay, and this is not a watered down version. This is a pure biblical law, and it is consistent today. It will be consistent tomorrow and a million years from now, because it has nothing to do and with someone else's opinion, emotions, or this is not a book to buy. It's free resources for you to dive into anytime. So you go to a church service, whether or not they talk about money or not, even if they deviate from the teaching to asking you, I'm not really impressed by their lack of understanding, because I have an understanding. And then I'm going to draw my understanding from the text, but not uh, from the standpoint of, you know, structure a lesson so that I can get more money out of me. Not to be negative, but that's the habitual nature of most churches. No matter where you go to, they don't give you a deep dive on money just for understanding money, for its money understanding sake, and not asking me for increasing or donating more. If I understand, trust me, you don't have to motivate me. I will do it because I now understand. I've already spent too much time on the subject. So, by understanding, I can be totally autonomous because it's not derived from an opinion. That's the point I'm trying to get across. Okay? All right. All right. This is an area that I'm very passionate about. So forgive me if I go on a tangent there. So, anyways, gold and silver are portable worldwide. Gold and silver are biblical money. They're universally accepted as money. Gold and silver provide portfolio diversification. Gold and silver give privacy in a world of decreasing privacy. Okay, gold and silver are a safe haven asset. Both have no counterparty risk, and you're 100% control. And there's no platform that allows you to do so than Kinesis. And this is why the platform matters. it gives you complete autonomy because you are the owner of your private key of your wallet, and you have 100% ownership of your digital physical gold that can be redeemed anytime. So as long as you make the proper arrangement for the redemption of your, you guessed it, asset that is allocated in your name. So this is a snapshot of the exchange, and it tells you the price of gold in KAU gold, KAG silver, KAU versus the dollar, KAG versus the dollar, Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, and so that way you have an idea. That's what the exchange looks like. So the wallet, the yield, the referral system, the debit card, the exchange, the account, the dashboard, everything is on one platform. We're not talking about different, a different website for the exchange, different website for the wallet. The debit card is provided by another company that is outsourced. None of that nonsense. All that is in platform, one platform, one exchange, one login. Okay, so you purchase your crypto, you bring it to the platform, or you can choose to do whatever you want to do. So with your account. Anyway, so today I wanted to focus more on a debit card because I want to make sure that there's enough video that helps you understand the importance of why the debit cards matter in Kinesis. Also, I have a video called "How the Economy Works in 30 Minutes" by Ray Dalio in my Kinesis Monetary System playlist. It is essential that you watch this video because you'll understand. If you understand how the economy works, how spending affects the economy, then you'll know why the Kinesis minting is essential. Because the video itself is 30 minutes, I'm going to give you a teaser so that way you can watch the rest of it on my channel.
How the economic machine works in 30 minutes. The economy works like a simple machine, but many people don't understand it, or they don't agree on how it works, and this has led to a lot of needless economic suffering. I feel a deep sense of responsibility to share my simple but practical economic template. Though it's unconventional, it has helped me to anticipate and to sidestep the global financial crisis, and it has worked well for me for over 30 years. Let's begin. Though the economy might seem complex, it works in a simple mechanical way. It's made up of a few simple parts and a lot of simple transactions that are repeated over and over again a zillion times. These transactions are above all else driven by human nature, and they create three main forces that drive the economy. Number one, productivity growth. Number two, the short-term debt cycle. And number three, the long-term debt cycle. We'll look at these three forces and how laying them on top of each other creates a good template for tracking economic movements and figuring out what's happening now. Let's start with the simplest part of the economy, transactions. An economy is simply the sum of the transactions that make it up, and a transaction is a very simple thing. You make transactions all the time. Every time you buy something, you create a transaction. Each transaction consists of a buyer exchanging money or credit with a seller for goods, services, or financial assets. Credit spends just like money, so adding together the money spent and the amount of credit spent, you can know the total spending. The total amount of spending drives the economy. If you divide the amount spent by the quantity sold, you get the price. And that's it. That's a transaction. It's the building block of the economic machine. All cycles and all forces in an economy are driven by transactions. So if we can understand transactions, we can understand the whole economy. A market consists of all the buyers and all the sellers making transactions for the same thing. For example, there is a wheat market, a car market, a stock market, and markets for millions of things. An economy consists of all of the transactions in all of its markets. If you add up the total spending and the total quantity sold in all of the markets, you have everything you need to know to understand the economy. It's just that simple. People, businesses, banks, and governments all engage in transactions the way I just described, exchanging money and credit for goods, services, and financial assets. The biggest buyer and seller is the government, which consists of two important parts: a central government that collects taxes and spends money, and a central bank, which is different from other buyers and sellers because it controls the amount of money and credit in the economy. It does this by influencing interest rates and printing new money. For these reasons, as we'll see, the central bank is an important player in the flow of credit. I want you to pay attention to credit. Credit is the most important part of the economy and probably the least understood.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave it there because how the economy works in 30 minutes by Ray Dalio is a very, very good. And I've watched this video multiple times to understand why it's important, understanding the economy. Once you have a clear understanding of that, then you understand. He also goes on to explain every person's spending is another person's income. And because I do want you to watch it by yourself, that way you get a better understanding of it, then you'll understand why the kinesis minting matters. In kinesis, we have a concept called minting where you put here, where you bring, where you basically mint, you create digital gold or silver, 100 KAU, 100 KAG, and or 200 KAG through by minting. By doing so, you create digital gold or silver, one or the other. It doesn't mix it one or the other. And then there'll be more about that later. And then once you understand that part of it, and of course I've already had multiple videos on minting, but since I talked about it, I'm gonna give you an idea what minting is all about, and so that way I can go back to my point.
What is minting? Minting is the process of bringing gold and silver into Kinesis. Instead of buying gold or silver from other users on the Kinesis exchange, minting lets you bring entirely new gold and silver into the Kinesis system. The minted precious metals are brought into our world-class vaulting facilities and can be made easily available to spend, send, and trade. Now, all of this is possible because we keep a digital record of your physical gold and silver. With the evolution of the blockchain, you can now sell, send, or trade your precious metals with the assurance that a record of these transactions will be stored forever. Now, all transactions through Kinesis and the Kinesis Mint are completely transparent. The gold and silver you mint is physical gold and silver, sitting within our vaults under your name, where it undergoes regular audits. And when transactions are made, we simply move the title of the physical gold or silver to a new owner. Minting is the process of digitalizing physical gold and silver. It's that simple. Now you understand what minting is, take a look at our video on why mint to find out all the benefits of minting with Kinesis. Thanks for watching.
Okay, so here's another video called Why Minting, and it'll make sense to you when I tie
So why
that.
mint? When you mint gold or silver, you're connected to that gold or silver forever. Every time anybody, anywhere in the world, trades, sends, or spends Kinesis gold or silver, the minter receives a percentage of all the Kinesis transaction fees paid every month back to the minters in gold and silver. So the more people transacting with Kinesis currencies, the more gold and silver we distribute back to the minters. We have zero storage fees on the physical bullion you hold, as we use the fee revenue to cover the cost. You can access your gold anytime, anywhere using the Kinesis app.
You can also spend your gold and silver using the Kinesis Visa card and easily withdraw your metal anytime you like. The public minting offer. Over the course of the PMO, the Kinesis minters will earn a share of global transaction fees calculated from a figure 3 times that of the amount minted. So,
Bingo.
for example, every 10,000 minted, you will earn a monthly return of gold and silver calculated from $30,000. Not only that, all Kinesis users will receive a Kinesis Velocity token for every $50,000 minted. The KVT grants the user access to a proportionate 20% share of global transaction fees in the entire Kinesis monetary system. That's 20% of all the spending, sending, and trading worldwide paid monthly into your account in gold and silver. And don't forget, Kinesis minters have the ability to recycle the same currency through the minting process over and over, making that $50,000 KVT target quickly achievable. Now, if you want to find out more about minting, please watch our minting video. Or if you're interested in finding out exactly how to mint, watch our video on how to in the how to section. Thanks for watching.
Okay, so we're not gonna look at how to mint, but while this is subliminally providing you information on the minting, so you'll understand. Now, in Red Alio's video, it talks about buying and selling. There's a buyer and a seller, and there's a business and a customer. So during this economy, without breaking it down too much, a lot of people have lost their jobs because their jobs, in the beginning, their work are not considered essential. A lot of doctors' offices, if you're not dealing with the C word, then you're not considered essential. And there were even doctors or nurses who were either furloughed or reduced hours because they were not contributing to mitigating this disease that we find ourselves doing. So during that time, what happened to those people who were buyers with no with money not coming in or slowing down? So buying were affected. So the marketplace were getting a decreased amount of dollars because those buyers who are now furloughed, not having a job, don't have enough money to go and spend other than eating. There's no one going to see to the theater. No one going to the opera. No one going to the museum. No one going to the library. No one going to see a movie, and therefore sellers experience a decrease in production because buyers were not buying. Since every person's spending is another person's income, someone receiving less income and therefore also not in the buyer's side or minimized. If you're in a toilet paper business, your business boomed. If you're an essential, PPE products, your business boomed. But if you're in a wine business, your business boomed because during the process of during that time, people need sublimation, and there's no sublimation, the alcohol increase, toilet paper and things like that. Well, the production increase, not production, the consumption increase in those products. So what happened to all the toilet paper that people buy? Um, anyways, people buy a lot of unnecessary stuff consumed, and the seller is making immediate profit, but it's not consistent profit. So in Kinesis, when you mint, you create digital gold and silver. And according to the video, again, you can watch this again. Um, yeah. So when you mint gold and silver, so you provide the fund to acquire 100 KAU gold, 200 KAG silver, and you deposit it in the Kinesis minting account, and then you go to the exchange and sell it. You become the seller. Someone comes into the exchange and they make the first deposit, put $1,000 into the Kinesis platform, and convert the $1,000 into KAU or KAG. If you do that within the first 2 weeks of your deposit, then you activate the yield for depositing. Most likely, you're buying from the exchange, KAU or KAG, from the persons who met. In the video, Andrew Maguire just said, when you met KAU and KAG, you're connected to that gold or silver for life. So someone come into the exchange and buy your KAU and KAG. And sell it into the exchange. Then you create velocity in money. Money then become there's transaction. So someone come in and buy KAU and KAG in the exchange, there's an activity. As soon as someone registers, then they'll have a virtual account. As soon as their KYC is approved, they have a virtual account. Their virtual account has a $500 limit in it, and now the physical card will also have is about to go into a beta form where there is a $20,000 limit. So that money that you put into gold and silver mint, you go to the exchange, you cash out in either Bitcoin or USDT, and then you can go back again and mint that and cycle it over and over and over. And every time you cycle, you get access to the money that you can put back into the minting again, or you can withdraw the money back into your account. In the meantime, your digital gold or silver are activated for purchases of, guess what? Transaction. So I have an account and you have an account, and we happen to be friends or family members. We can transact and sharing money, sending money back and forth to each other. Instead of using Venmo, PayPal, or Zelle, or you know Western Union or any other money transfer to send money between family members, you utilizing Kinesis platform. So you're a parent and you have a child. Say this is you, and you register your wife and sons or daughters. So you have a physical card with a higher balance, 20K, you know, or you can be the husband or the wife. I'm going to put husband or wife, H or Y. So you can be either position. So that way I don't have to be politically correct. Um, So, and each one of you register, let's say for instance, each one of you has a $20,000 limit with a physical card. Okay, and the sons and daughters don't necessarily need a $20,000 limit because your card is a $500 limit card. It's a virtual card that anytime they need money, if they're fresh out of college, don't have a job, and yet still have money that they're paying out through school loans, whether that's been delayed or not. So when they need something, you can then transfer money to them. You can then transfer money to them from your primary account to their account because it has a $500 limit. And you want to keep the limit low, unless, of course, they've displayed the ability to manage money. In the meantime, because it's not a credit card, the virtual card, with, with, with downloading either the wallet, either from Android or Apple, because it's not a debit card, they can only spend what's available in the card. Okay. In the same way that you're spending money, you're sending money to a family member overseas, it's the same thing. Both register through Kinesis account. Okay. And you with the primary account with the $20,000 limit, and then with a physical card, and then the secondary account can be both either physical or digital debit card for the Kinesis card. Now keep in mind, the Kinesis card is not an external provider. Everything is in-house. That means you're not dealing with another company, and therefore your data is not cannot be compromised because you're not bridging other platforms to get access to a debit card that is provided by a secondary company. And because of that, you don't have to worry about the security of it, of your data. So that's what minting does for you. And the card itself, so I'm going to go back and talk about the debit card because that was the intent for the video to begin with. Okay, simply download either the Apple or Samsung wallet for you to have your Kinesis money in your account. So two cards. One is virtual with a $500 limit. The other one with a physical card that is currently in beta form to begin. And the difference is the virtual card you can use anywhere as a form of payment. The moment your account is registered and your KYC approved, you also get access to the virtual card that you can use on day one. All right. And the difference between the two is that the physical card is something that you have to order, and it does have a $4.99 fee monthly account fee with a $20,000 limit. You can withdraw money worldwide wherever Visa is accepted and international because no matter where you have family members, friends, co-workers, business partners, um, that can be how you pay your employee, okay, on a regular basis by transferring funds from your account to the debit card for them to be able to spend or send. So basically, you hold allocated gold or silver, bullion, or crypto, and then deposit into your card, either physical or virtual, and then go spend money as usual. No questions asked. The card itself both have a 0.22% to deposit. No monthly fee for the virtual card and $4.99 for the physical card. Okay, $500 maximum limit with unlimited deposit, but $500, $20,000 maximum hold. You can deposit unlimited, so as long as your maximum hold is 20,000. Okay, make payment anywhere where Apple, Google Pay, Samsung Pay, whatever you use in PayPal, basically you can use the debit card. Okay, and again, you can deposit unlimited, FDIC insured, so you don't have to worry about that. And you can ATM withdraw and FDIC insured debit card, either the physical or virtual. So the two are based on allocated bullion, gold or silver or crypto. You have, you can make basically you make a payment, physical or digital, in based on gold, silver, and cryptocurrency. With 46 million locations, you can use your debit card, either physical or virtual. Simply deposit, and then wherever Visa is accepted, your card is also accepted, provided, of course, you have funds in it because it's not a credit card. Okay, simply register your account. After you register your account with me, and you will have the ability to use your card, either physical or virtual. Again, once your KYC approved, either card becomes available. To get started, simply register your free account, do your KYC, and then determine how you want to deposit fiat or crypto into our platform to acquire gold or silver or deposit fiat. Okay. And then in addition to that, we also have something called a cool wallet, your portable wallet. A cool wallet, I believe I have a video on that. Okay, I think I'll bring the video later because I don't have to, I don't want to look for it right now. Okay, the cool wallet is a dual device that allows you, just this is what it looks like. It allows you to have complete privacy because you have a physical detached card that is connected by Bluetooth through your virtual wallet, either Samsung or Apple. Whenever you're about to spend your crypto, your cool wallet S combined, you can have either one, the virtual or the physical card for an added layer of security. So this card remains in your pocket, and when you're about to make a purchase from crypto or gold or silver, through a Bluetooth connection, you can access your account. Okay, so this is more about understanding the ecosystem, the multifaceted yield that you can understand. You'll understand the velocity in a multi-yield system, incentivized yield. Anywhere from depositing, minting, holding, depositing, minting, holding, referring, and the Kinesis velocity token as well. So there are multiple yield that the Kinesis monetary system has, which makes it different than your typical blockchain-based uh, account. So,
Lesson 6. What is a yield? A Kinesis yield was put in place to overcome a fundamental law of money called Gresham's law. Gresham's law states that bad money will drive out good money. This happens with gold and paper currency. Because the perceived value and nature of gold is seen as good money, people are more likely to hold it and save it and spend their less valued paper currency instead. Digitizing gold and incentivizing its use with our unique yield system defeats Gresham's law and drives mass adoption. Kinesis gives a yield or return on the Kinesis currencies in the form of fee sharing. We call this a fee sharing yield. Kinesis takes a small percentage fee for loading KAU onto your debit card, sending to other Kinesis wallets, and an even lower percentage fee on all transactions done via the Kinesis exchange. All of these fees are collected and go into what we call the master fee pool, and are then distributed back to our customers in various proportions. We have 5 various yields in Kinesis. We have one for the people who want to bring larger quantities of gold and silver into the system, which we call minting. Purchase gold or silver via the Kinesis Mint or exchange, and there's an associated minter's yield. We have one for people who purchase gold and silver, KAU and KAG, to hold it in their account rather than spending. This triggers our holder's yield, similar to a savings account or investment account. Just like any other program in the world, we want to encourage use. Therefore, we reward people for inviting friends, family, or colleagues with a referrer yield. This helps create the adoption of the system and helps people spread the word with a reward. Next, we have a depositor's yield, which is designed to give people a reward on their first deposit in the system as an incentive to get started. Finally, we have the most powerful yield in the Kinesis system, the KVT, or Kinesis Velocity Token Yield, which is the largest fee-sharing yield pool offered, and KVTs are capped to the 300,000 tokens that will ever be issued.
okay, so if you happen to be in the US, because of the nature of the yields in the Kinesis velocity token, it is reserved for accredited investor. However, the minting, which provides you with 3 times yield, if you do it before the end of December, will give you 3 times the value of your yield. If you're not in the US, you can take advantage of the KVT, and more power to you. Having said that, I've covered what I needed to cover without making the video too long. One thing to note that do take time to see the movie How the Economy Works in 30 Minutes by Ray Dalio in the Kinesis Monetary System playlist. Once you understand, then it'll be clear to you because I will make multi-video on the subject of transactions. From now on, as a family member, as a business and organizations, you can actually take your spending and bring it into the Kinesis monetary system, because you will be able to mint 100 grams of gold or 200 ounces of silver. And then that becomes, when you cycle out of that minting cycle, instead of having money sitting in your typical bank account losing value, you then take all your spending from your typical bank account spending to the Kinesis monetary system instead. As you spend money normally that you would spend money, every time you make a transaction spending, you are rewarding yourself because you are creating velocity transactions. You activate the minting yield by transacting from your account. You pay your food bill, transportation, communication, education, childcare, housing, electricity, phone, internet, anything that you spend money on. From now on, you pay from the Kinesis uh, monetary system, and thereby incentivizing you for doing something that you've been doing that you have not been earning from. Now you are going to monetize your spending habit. And this is taken from the standpoint of a family spending money. Look at the example of three people, their income, their what they pay in taxes, their net earning, and consider their outgoing expenses. They are going to then spend their outgoing expenses through the Kinesis monetary systems, and therefore earn a yield, minting yield, for something that you are already doing, spending. If you look at it from a business, as a business, you have employees, you have income in terms of rental income, referral fees, interest earned, or income earned from hedging, whatever, depending on the nature of your business. On a month-to-month basis, you pay employees, you have profit and loss, you have total income, total expenses, and so now as you pay your employees, your vendors, and anything like that, you plug into the Kinesis monetary system, payment system, all your paying expenditure is doing from the Kinesis platform, and you're saving yourself a lot of fees because you're changing your payment processing from traditional high fees to Kinesis monetary system or platform. And also, you can use the Kinesis system as a way to reward your employees by making it a beneficial to have your employees, your vendors, create a free account, and then you can basically transfer your their earning to their Kinesis account, so they can then use the debit card, which pays you back, because every time someone transact with a Kinesis debit card, either physical or virtual, fees are collected for the transaction fees, which pays you back as a business individual. So if your business is a traditional 9 to 5, you then have a secondary part of your business that is transacting 24/7 worldwide, even if your brick and mortar business is no longer functioning. It could be a doctor's office, you have a finite number of hours that you open, and then you have your employees, also Kinesis uh, users. You pay them their income through the Kinesis debit card, and they will be using their debit card to transfer money back and forth and spend, which then creates a yield for you. And you use the Kinesis payment platform to process all your transactions. And everything you pay in terms of supplies, rent, commission, travel expenses, repairs, damages, material charges, advertisings, salaries, you pay that from the Kinesis monetary system, backed by gold, silver, and crypto, pretty much adding an additional layer to your existing business. If you happen to be an organization such as a church, the same thing happens. You convert a certain amount of money that you're collecting that you're not using on a monthly basis. Instead of having the money sit there in the low escrow, you mint the unallocated money through minting, and then you're going to do all your expenditure from the Kinesis monetary system. So your pastoral income compensation, salaries, and benefits are going to be put through the Kinesis monetary system, and your utility, telephone, insurance, maintenance, supplies are all paid out from the Kinesis debit card or minting account through the minting account. So whether it's your church life groups, children's ministry, adults ministry, music cost, and AV, basically anything you do that involves purchasing something, you do it from your Kinesis uh, minting through the debit card, either physical or virtual, and other operation costs such as postage, copies, supplies, office supplies, hospitality, miscellaneous, banking charges, and all that stuff. Anything that you have outgoing in terms of spending, you're going to do it from the Kinesis platform, and thereby um, rewarding yourself for something that you're currently doing, especially nowadays. Where church is not meeting, that means the income that they're normally accustomed to have been greatly decreased because cash donors from lack of physical services are not being collected, and therefore money not collected, and yet spending that needs to keep, you have to keep spending to keep the building in top shape. If it snows, and if you live in a region where it snows, you constantly have to make sure that you pay people to do snow clearance. If you are in a tropical place, the yard, the exterior upkeep of the building needs to continue happen. Guess what? All that takes cost and money. You can use the Kinesis platform to do so. So any outgoing expenses can be paid out from the Kinesis monetary system through your minted account, spending through the either physical or debit virtual card. In terms of contribution, you know that there are people who are always going to be cash donors. And in terms of the people who are, the higher the educational level, the more they're likely to do online banking. And these are also people who are currently saving money for their own personal lives. And most likely, 20% of the people will do about 80% of the outgoing activities in the church. And those 80% activities carried out by 20% of the people who are making the church happen. This could be your drivers into participating in the Kinesis platform. They do their savings through Kinesis under the umbrella of the church or nonprofit. Then anything they do, instead of increasing their contribution or offering on a regular basis, every time they spend money, either from the virtual or physical card, they are participating in rewarding the church or nonprofit because they are under the umbrella of the Kinesis monetary system under the church's account, which operate as an automatic offering every time they either spend, save, deposit, exchange, and not to mention you're relying on biblical money, gold, and silver. It's a It's a marriage, perfect marriage. This is a platform that your typical church or nonprofit has been looking for to implement, to break away from the traditional banking system that is absolutely failing. In some cases, in other places of the world, if you have money in a bank, you're experiencing a negative yield, negative interest rate, soon to probably come into the US to a bank near you. It's not if it's going to happen, it's already happening in some places of the world. Negative yield. It'll cost you to have money in a bank. It's already a low yield or no yield, and you still have regular spending going on. So, having said that, I think I've made my point. So, where do we start? Whether you are a family, business, or an organization, church, nonprofit, everyone needs a Kinesis account. And minting is the best way to start, utilizing the physical or virtual card to exchange your existing spending from your traditional bank to the Kinesis monetary system. And I look forward to answer any questions you may have. I'm available from 2 p.m. until 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Until then, I'm on my second cup of tea, ginger turmeric tea.